Okay. While we're waiting for more people to jump on, I was thinking before I got on, I was like, what could I talk about? I want to make it worth y'all's while. I really want to let you guys have some time to ask anything, but the two things that kind of popped in my head today that I was thinking might be helpful would either be, I was thinking about inviting is hard. That's something that I still, I think a lot of people struggle with jumping in and not and feeling comfortable inviting. And actually talked to a coach that lives here in my town today she's more of a discount coach, but people have started asking her. And she was telling me, like, I've been terrified to invite anybody. And I thought, okay, well, that would be a good thing maybe to talk about. The other thing that I'm going to be honest with you, this is one of my biggest struggles, is time and balancing my time. So I kind of thought about those two things. I didn't want to talk about both of them because I think I could take up your entire call. But I guess if nobody has any questions, we could talk about both of those things. But I thought if you would rather talk about inviting and any tips on that, you could say, number one. If you would rather talk about time and how to manage it and balance it better, you would show me a 2. Does that make sense? Which one do you feel like you're struggling more with, inviting or balancing your time? Yeah, you can even put, you guys are so smart. Put it in chat. That's probably easier. Let's do that. Jesse Meredith is on the call. Oh my gosh. What the heck?
I was working and I wanted to listen.
Oh Lord, the pressure's on. I gotta be good now.
I'm reviewing you.
Okay, well, I just asked them, out of the two, inviting or time, balancing your time, which one is the one you're struggling with the most? 2, please, well, both, but I'll pick time first. Okay, I got a time, I got an invite, I got 2 more times. Some of y'all aren't answering. Don't make me call you out. Come on, give me an answer. Thank you. Thank you, Caitlin Rose. I didn't want to call you out, but I was about to. Not really, just kidding. She's all laughing. All right, so it looks like right now time is the biggest. So we'll talk about that for a few minutes. And Jesse, you are more than welcome to jump in if you have any thoughts on this. I have to be honest that I am probably not the best person to give you advice on this. In fact, I just had a conversation with my husband who was telling me, you have got to put your phone down. And I was like, oh, because it's a killer, right? It is one of the hardest things about this business is you are available no matter where you are, no matter what time of day, you are available. And when you have that little phone in your hand, it is very difficult and I will say, and I'm going to say probably all of us struggle with the fact that most of us have a heart for helping. We want to help. And so when somebody is saying, I need your help, you go, okay, it'll just take a second, let me answer. So I'm going to tell you something that I am not currently doing, but I'm pretty sure when I get off this phone, I'm ready to sit down with my husband and have this conversation. And I'm going to tell you guys this in full vulnerability here and say, I suck at managing my time. My time is way too spread with Beachbody. You guys, we're all busy, but just, I'm currently in the Diamond group. I'm currently in the Emerald group, which has 114 members in it, just by the way. The Diamond group has 68 members in it. I opened a new challenge group on Monday. I had 2 current challenge groups already going. I'm opening an alumni group on Friday, so I have alumni messaging me. On top of doing Power of Threes, helping my team, and trying to also continue last month I sold so many challenge packs. I've got all these new, it just, more work, more time breeds more work. Does that make sense? So you're probably going to hang up the phone and be like, oh my God, I totally need to get out of this. That's not what I'm saying. Please don't tell Corey. Jackie said that when we become a 1-star diamond, we're going to have, don't tell her that because she'd be really mad at me. It is doable. But the problem is that we have to tell ourselves that we have to set boundaries. So I have to tell you, Jenny Laurie, she's my hero. I have done groups with her in the past, and she does a phenomenal job. She says from the get-go, she tells her challengers, she makes a video at the beginning, and she says, I am your coach, and I am here to support you. I want to help you in any way I can. But I will tell you that I am only going to be checking my Facebook in the morning from this time to this time, and in the afternoon from this time to this time, and in the evening from this time to this time. Those are the times of day I have set aside to check in with my Facebook groups. And I think nobody, when you first signed up with Beachbody, I remember the first time I sent Corey Abraham a message and said, hey, I'm interested in losing some weight. And I sent it at like 9 at night, and she responded back immediately. And I still remember thinking, I can't believe she already responded. Like, I think most people think it's 9 o'clock at night. They'll get back to me, you know, like during business hours. But nobody is expecting you to answer them 100 times a day. So you have to tell yourself, yes, you want to do good customer service, but you set the standard. So you have to communicate with your challengers what the boundaries are. Nobody is having a heart attack. And if they are, they should not be messaging you, right? Like nothing that's happening with them, they are not going to die if they can't figure out if this certain type of food is a yellow or a purple. What is pumpkin? It'll be okay, right? Like it's okay if we can't figure out what container pumpkin goes in. Everybody's going to survive. So we have to just dial it down. Like everybody's got to dial it down, okay? And you set the standard. So if you set the standard for a challenger that they can message you any time of day, it can be 11:15, it can be 6 in the morning, any time of day, you will get an answer immediately, then that's what they're going to expect, right? But if you tell them from the get-go, here are the times that I check in, I will get back to you. It's just like anything else. When you call your doctor, he is not going to walk out of a patient's room to refill your prescription. When it's your turn, he'll get to you. And that's what our challengers need to know, right? We don't want to, what's the word I'm thinking of? You know, like when you, I'm totally drawing a blank. When you set somebody up to always count on you to take care of them. What's that word, guys? You know the word? Somebody chat it. Nobody knows. Okay.
Enabling?
What'd you say? I didn't hear.
I said enabling.
Enabling! I was going to say empowering, and I was like, that is the wrong word. We do not need to enable them. And sometimes, guess what? When we don't answer them right away, do you know what they do? Holy crap, they figure it out themselves. Oh. And they're going to remember because you haven't just fed them the answer. So it's going to be fine. And I'm like the worst. And if you're in groups with me and you're on my team, Jennifer Barrett, Angela, all you guys, zip it. I know what you're thinking right now. You're like, Jackie, you answer everything within like 12 seconds. Do you ever step away from your phone? And I do. And I'm guilty of it. The other thing that I'm going to tell you is you've got to set business hours. Do I do it? No. Do I need to? Yes. Is it bad for my family? Yes. Is it bad for me? Yes. I'm not doing it and I need to. You have to set business hours. You have to. You cannot work. And the hard thing is that our people are available, or our time, a lot of times when our challengers are ready to talk, it's the time that your family's home, right? So that's where my struggle is. I need to be checking into groups and checking in on them from the hours of 5 to 10, and that's when my family's home and we're having dinner and all of that kind of stuff. So that's why it's so important to say, hey, I'm going to check in on my challenge groups from 8 to 9. If you don't check in your daily check-in until 10:30, that's fine with me, but you're probably not going to hear back from me until tomorrow, and you'll be okay. So there's a million different aspects of time that we could talk about. You know, you guys have your power hour. You've got to work your workout time in. You're trying to get your PD time in. And I could tell you what I do, but what I do may not work for you. You've got to figure that out on your own. I used to be a nighttime worker-outer when I was a challenger. And when I became a coach, it just doesn't work. And now I can't imagine waiting till nighttime. I know a lot of y'all do. When I hear that y'all are working out and it's like 10:30, I'm like, oh my gosh, that would make me crazy. But I used to do that. That used to be what worked for me. It doesn't anymore. I try to get up at 6 a.m. Y'all 4:30 people, I think you are smoking crack. I do not know how you do it because but I'm also a night owl, so I'm never in bed before midnight. So it's crazy to me. But I try to get up at 6. The first thing I do every morning, no matter what, I know you're going to think, oh, she works out, power threes. No. First thing I do, no matter what, I get a cup of coffee, I set my timer, and I do 15 minutes of prayer and Bible study time, no matter what. That is essential to me. It makes me not lose my mind. I highly suggest it for you. I think you would really benefit if that could be the very first thing you do every day. That way, it's just like how we always tell our challengers, don't worry about if you put your workout out until the evening, other things will take place of it. Well, I feel that way about Bible study. So I do that for 15 minutes. My timer goes off. I get up. I go take my Energize. Now I have no excuse to do anything but work out. So from that 15 minutes of when I do my Bible study, then I do my Energize, then I do 15 minutes of PD. As soon as that PD is, I've already got my tennis shoes on. I've got my workout clothes on. I sleep in my workout clothes. Sorry, I just do. It saves me time. And I go work out. And my goal is always to have that done before my son wakes up. Does that ever happen? No. He wakes up every morning, no matter what, at about 6:15. So I'm constantly juggling him throughout. So that's my schedule. I have a more flexible schedule than a lot of you guys who work outside of the home. But also, just so you know, us people who stay at home all day, we tend to not use our time as wisely. And we are on our Facebook all day long, and we are checking, and sometimes I think if we just had this compact amount of time, that we might get more accomplished. I don't know. I'm just telling you, how I feel about myself. Sometimes I think I spend way too much time. So I hope that helps. I'm so sorry. I'm not even looking at what's going on down here. There are so many aspects of time, but if you take anything away from me tonight, I want you to know I suck at it. I am telling you guys I'm going to do better. My family deserves more of my time than I'm giving them, and your family does too, so keep it a priority. And set business hours, and you set the standard with your challengers. So if you tell them they can abuse your time and use you anytime and be frustrated if you don't answer them right away, you've trained them that way. They did not come to you that way. And if they did, then you need to tell them, here's the standard. This is how it works. And I'm so happy to encourage you, and let me know, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And there have been many times I've been out with my husband and my message has gone off and it's driven me crazy, and I really quickly just said, I'm out with my husband this evening. I'll get back to you tomorrow. You know what? People respect that. That's one of the reasons they want you to be their coach, because you value your family and you value your time. And so they appreciate that. So nobody's going to get mad at you if you're like, my husband, I haven't seen him all day, but hold on, let me talk to you about what workout you should be doing today or whatever, So, yes, I just saw enabling codependent. Thank you, guys. Those are fantastic words. I need to go study my SAT book. Shalene's 30-day push, life-changing. If you haven't done it, it's free, life-changing. I still do her to-do list. I'm not a big phone person. I need a handwritten list, and she's a really big, don't do it. Do it handwritten and then put it on your phone. It doesn't work for me, but she has a ton of great tips, and it's free, and she sends you these cool little video clips every day with a little assignment, and it will change your life. So Shalene Johnson, Google 30-day push challenge, and you can sign up, and it gives you a 30-day free great PD. It's worth your time. Check it out if you haven't already. Let me see if there's anything else. Okay. I would love to hear from you guys if there's anything like right now that you just are thinking, man, I wish I could ask somebody and not have to type this out. I just want to ask somebody what they do. I would be happy to answer any questions. You guys can either speak it or you can type it in the chat box. Does anybody have anything this week they're really struggling with or have questions about?
So one of the questions that I have is how to reach out to someone who seems already fit.
Good question. I love it. So her question, in case you didn't hear that, I'm sure you did because she spoke so beautifully and clearly. How do you reach out to somebody who's already fit? So sometimes I think we way overthink invites and we type out like, a thesis statement on, you get these containers and there's only 30 minutes a day and that's 2% of your time and it's totally clean eating and Shakeology, it has 70 superfoods in it and, information overload. So sometimes you just got to simplify. And if you have a friend, there we go. So if you have a friend who's already fit, you're already thinking, this is a good person, right? Because they already fit, they already value nutrition, they already value health. I just say that to them. Like I'll message them and say, hey, I just want to tell you how much you encourage me because I can tell that you really value this, and this. You value running and you make time and, you can start a conversation up and not even make it Beachbody. Just start a conversation up and say, hey, I've recently become interested in really focusing on my health. I'd love to hear, what is it you do? And I'm just kind of learning about what other people do and hear about it, right? And you can even say, this is a particular, something I kind of struggle with. What do you have a tip on that? Or just engage them, get them to start talking to you. And you'll be surprised. Sometimes they'll say, oh, girl, you think I'm fit, but you should, I run 6 miles a day, but I stop at McDonald's on the way home. I can't tell you how many people tell me that. They're like, I can exercise all day long, but you don't see anything because all I do is eat French fries and cheeseburgers. Well, then that opens the door right there to start talking to them about nutrition. And then sometimes if I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to invite them, I'm going to flat out invite them. I'll say something to them like, no pressure. Corey always says this, start with your fear. You may have no interest at all. I really hope that this doesn't rub you the wrong way. But I thought of you because I know how much you value your health and your fitness. And I know how hard it is to eat nutritionally. And I just was wondering if you've ever had any experience with Shakeology or the 21-day fix, or and I generally don't even, I should take that back. I don't usually ever say Shakeology or the 21-day fix. I say, I have these groups of these people and we have so much fun. We encourage each other. We share recipes, shopping plans, meal plans. It's just a good time and it gives us accountability. And I just wanted to know if that's something you might be interested in getting more information on. So even if it's somebody who's not fit, because a lot of times we worry we're going to hurt people's feelings. Like if you send somebody a message and you're like, hey, I'd love for you to join my weight loss plan, or, that's kind of, you don't want to insult anybody. I just tell them why I think, I oftentimes hear the things I say. I thought of you because I know what it's like to be a working mom with small children and how hard it is to find time to take care of ourselves. That's one I use a lot. I thought of you because you seem to really value spending time working on your own fitness. And I think you would really love it. Another one I use a lot. You have such a positive personality. I would love for you to get to experience what it's like to be in one of my groups, because that's pretty much what we do is we sit and give each other positive feedback and encouragement, and I just think you would love the community that comes. So I kind of like think about the specific person and what they seem to value, and then I somehow apply that to what they could get from this experience. Does that help? That was a lot. Oh, she's typing. Thanks. Awesome. Anybody else? What else do we have out there?
Can you hear me, Jackie?
I can. Hey, Dana.
Yay. How are you?
I'm good. You sound just like your sister.
I know, everyone says that. I think we think we're each other too. Twins separated by 3 years.
We have
Anyway,
Regan and I are hair twins. We say that all the time. When
you
my
are
actually done, we're hair twins.
Yeah, I don't
But
have her
hers is a
good
lot
hair.
better than mine.
She has great hair.
She does.
All
have
right.
good hair.
2 things. I am having trouble getting good challengers that are participatory to take the opportunity for discount coaching. I've tried to sell that every which way but loose, and I cannot close the deal. Any suggestions on that?
Yeah, I can give you. I have a few that for like a year now they've bought Shakeology, and I've asked them. There are a few people who are like, I mean, what's the truth? They don't trust it. There's something they don't trust. So you can get really ballsy if you've asked them several times and they are blowing you off about it. You can get ballsy and just say, I get a feeling like maybe you don't trust. I got to see what Jody said. Yes, that was going to be my next suggestion. Jody's so smart. So you could say, like, I get a feeling like maybe there's something you're not trusting or that you're concerned about. What is it that you feel is not the right fit? And then get them to tell you what it is. It may be something that's totally not valid. Jody just said, the other thing that we do is some people, like, if I know they are not going to coach, I call it preferred customer. I was wondering if you were interested in signing up to get a discount as a preferred customer. And you just approach it like that. You don't talk about coaching. You can, I usually put a little bait out like that. Like, would you be interested, since you're such a loyal challenger and you seem to love Shakeology, how about if, would you be interested in being one of my preferred customers and you would get a discount? If then they say yes, well, yeah, tell me a little bit more about it. Then I will say, Beachbody rewards its loyal customers, people who really love Shakeology, by letting them sign up to be what's called a preferred customer, or sometimes it's called a discount coach. Please don't be scared off by the word coach. You do not have to sell anything unless you decide you want to. And I kind of leave it at that. Like, if they want to, then walk them through the process. Then once they've done it, I have a document, and I'm happy to share it, that I typed up called Refer 3, Get Your Shakeology Free. If you don't know what that is, will you say something? Because I don't want to explain it if, yes. So Jody said, remind them too that they get 25% off anything else. So when they're done with the 21-day fix, if they want to purchase Payo, well, you get that for 25% off. If you want to purchase a shirt, it's 25% off. You get a discount on all things Beachbody. Anybody need me to explain Refer 3, Get Your Shakeology Free? Just type yes if you do. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It's okay okay. So Refer 3, you tell them, if you have somebody who's like they want to get the discount, and but you need to generate volume. That really, you don't want to sign up all your challengers to be a coach, because that takes your commission. But if they're going to generate volume, then you won't be working for free. So what you do is you tell them, we have a program. It's called Refer 3, Get Your Shakeology Free. Basically, when they make a commission off of one Shakeology sale, they make $32, right? So what you do is you tell them, hey, if you have a friend, let's say you have a friend, but you don't really want to coach, but you refer them to me. You say, hey, my coach, Jackie, will tell you all about it. And then I can chat, and they sign up. I will sign them up under you. I will not sign them up under me. I'll sign them up under you. If you give me 3 referrals and they sign up, then you have earned enough commission to pay for your Shakeology. So you've referred me 3 challengers who I sign up under you, and you get the Shakeology free. Now you might be going, yeah, but you just gave away all this commission. Yeah, you have, but here's what happens. Number 1, you generate volume, which then you get cycle bonuses off of. It's not as much, 3 people is not a huge amount, but it builds. Number 2, I always make that person, not everybody does this, but this is one of my things. Whoever is referring, I make them be involved in the group chat. I make them be involved in that message where I send the information about how to sign up and all of that, because I want them to see what I do to get people to come sign up. And then, so what you're really doing is you're letting them be a fly on the wall and learn what you do. And then if people sign up, they go, oh, I could do that. That's not hard. I can copy and paste her script that she just used. I could send that and do that. And then you have somebody who was a discount coach that might start deciding to work the business. So it really does benefit you so much. Also, most likely those 3 referrals are people you never would have known and earned any commission. Exactly. You're not losing commission because you didn't know those people in the first place. And also, the longer y'all do this, like I'm to a point now where you might go, golly, how does she get so many Success Club points? She has like so many people sign up with her. Can I tell you, like out of, I think last month I got 34 Success Club points. I don't think I knew any of those people. Like my market is gone. With the coaches, all my coaches are from people I've gone to church with, people I've grown up with, people who live here in town. My market is gone. What's happened now is when I had a warm market, those people have now started telling their friends, and their friends have started telling their friends. And so you start to get challengers. Like there's so many times I'll be at the grocery store here in my little bitty town, and people will come up and hug me, and they're like, yeah, I'm your challenger. And I'm like, oh, hey, and then of course I feel awful because I didn't even know them, right? But it generates volume. And there was some call about it last year of people in the Millionaires Club who were like, this is one of the things that made my business boom. So it's definitely something. When I wouldn't start with that, because I think if they don't really want to coach, that's going to scare them off. It's too much information. You give them a little bit, talk about a discount, and then you go from there. And then, you just never know. So raise your hand if when you signed up, you really thought you were just doing it for the discount. Okay, most of us, right? So never, ever discount a discount coach. You never know. And I know Corey is very grateful that she did not discount so many of us who are now, 1-star, 2-star diamonds, because we all thought, I'm not doing that. I just want a discount. That's all I'm doing, right? We all thought that. And then we saw what the opportunity held. So definitely refer 3, get your Shakeology free. If you want what I've typed up, it's probably not anything fantastic, but I typed up a document where if I tell people about it, they can copy and paste it, my coaches, things like that. I'm happy to put that out where y'all can reach it. Just let me know.
Can you put it in the Diamond group?
Sure.
Cool. Thank you.
Would I summarize that? Yes. Basically, all it is when you sign somebody up, you tell them if they give you 3 referrals, and you will sign them up. You will tell them all about the opportunity. But when you go to sign them up, like they say, okay, yes, I want to buy a challenge pack. You have them sign up under the coach that referred them. So if they get 3 friends, they don't really want to coach. But if they bring you 3 referrals and they do sign up, then those people have earned enough commission to get their Shakeology free. So you call it refer 3, get your Shake-O free. Sometimes I have people who think that actually means that Beachbody won't charge them so you have to be clear. They're like, wait a minute, I got charged $99 this month. I'm like, yeah, well, yeah, but you made $99. So that's what we mean when we see you get it free. So let me check my chat here. Okay, are we good? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Never said it that I would help their potential challenger boys. Yes. So, yeah, I do all the work. I mean, it is work. And I have to be honest, a lot of times when I just message somebody out of the blue, they're like, hey, my friend so-and-so wants you to message them. And I do. A lot of times I don't get any response back. That's why I feel you have to put your friend in the message and group message them and say, hey, I'm Jackie. I work with Jessie, and she's had some great success. She thought you might want some information from me. And then go from there, whatever you want to do from there. Okay, any other questions? We've got 7 minutes left. What else are we struggling with? Okay, I just saw something, but then now it's not there anymore.
It was me. I just, I'm really struggling getting coaches. Like, I have several people that I talked to and invited to the sneak peek, and they're just not committing. They're not, I don't know. I don't know what else to do.
Okay, yes. Okay, I bet right now everybody can totally relate to that. I have to be honest with you guys. I was probably the slowest going out of all the diamonds in the advisory board. I had this huge weight loss, this huge transformation. I was selling, you know, my Success Club points every month were averaging between 20 and 30 points every month. And I was like one of the last ones to hit diamond. And do you know why I'm a 1-star? Because my husband is my 1-star. So I built myself to diamond, then I built my husband to diamond. And it was frustrating to me. Like, I was trying so hard. I could not figure out. I do not have a perfect formula for you. All I can say is that God has it. God knows who your coaches are going to be. And you don't want to build a flimsy, fake foundation where every week you are worried about it's just a bunch of discount coaches, and every week it's like, oh my gosh, they're putting theirs on hold, and what about this? So I'm going to be honest with you. I have a few awesome coaches, Jennifer Barrett, who came out of like total God thing, like contacted me. And that was because I consistently posted, and she tells me to this day, I watched you for a long time before I reached out to you. A lot of my coaches came from my challengers. It just is what it is. So I have several in the diamond group right now. They came from challengers. So my key to finding a good coach is be a good coach. Be a good coach. Give them good customer service. Take good care of them. Be positive. Make them wonder, what is it about you that, like, why are you so happy? Like, I want what you have. And it's just like trying to get them to go with a challenge pack. You have to give them, you know, I send my coaches notes. I make sure to check in with my challengers. You know, you cannot just sign them up and then only check in with them with the nightly check-ins. You have to be a person, and you know, this is part of my issue with my time. But you have to be a person that you show them they are valued and you care about them. And that is what brings about good coaches. So you've got to, I wish there was like, do this, this, and this. And there kind of is. Pray about it. Like, I actively pray every morning, God, bring me a coach, bring me coaches who need this opportunity, who need to find financial freedom, who need help, who I can help, who you can use me as an instrument. I pray that every morning. And then like you've heard a million times before, I wish there was a magic potion, but You just have to consistently be positive on Facebook, post positivity. Don't post Beachbody all day long. I sometimes I'm way guilty of posting way too much about weight loss and food. Find those 5 things. Have you guys heard that? Find your 5 things that you enjoy. Like that if you were just a Facebook person and were looking around and wanted to stop and read somebody's post, what would you want to stop and read about? For me, you're going to see I post a lot about my 2-year-old and his little funny things he does because it makes people laugh. I love coffee. So if I can find out something to type about coffee, I'm going to talk about coffee. I love Beth Moore Bible study. So I will talk about that. Some people talk about interior design. Some people talk about making pastries, which is funny to me as a Beachbody coach, but there's a lot of people that do it and they're really good. And, like you want people to come to your page to see other things. And that is going to bring about people they just need to be attracted to the lifestyle. And when you get something really cool from your coach, post about it. Post about it. When I got my Tiffany's necklace, I posted about it. Y'all saw the Cabo post. I posted about it. Have I had people contacting me like going, hey, I want to be a Beachbody coach because I want to go to Mexico? Not really, no, but it's planting seeds. Like people, it's getting easier now as they're starting to go, wow, that is so cool. Like she's going on a cruise and she's going to Nashville and she has this community of friends who are always posting these really positive things on their Facebook page. So it'll happen. I promise it will. It's just God's timing. And his timing is perfect, even though sometimes I'm like, come on, God, let's speed it up. Okay. Oh, I was going to say if there was another one. Yeah. Okay, y'all, that 30 minutes went super fast. So I'm getting off this call right now, and I'm going to go set a schedule. Who else is going to? Let's do it. Come on, guys. Business hours. Let's do it. Fist bump it. All right. Yeah, I'm glad you raised your hand. Go set a schedule. Remember, you set the standard with your challengers. They only expect what you let them expect. So don't set a standard that makes everybody in your life hate Beachbody. If they hate Beachbody and resent it, it's going to make your life miserable and you will burn out, and we don't want that to happen. So go take care of yourself and your family. Okay, love you guys. Bye.